I think a lot of my training has allowed me to be a little bit more conscious of others' feelings and
Mm,
how they work, and not necessarily living for that, but living in
mm,
harmony with that. I'm able to kind of see a little bit more of the world than I did before because I'm able to kind of open my eyes and take in a lot as opposed to just beelining in
mhm,
my own direction. If that makes sense. And so I'm able to connect with a lot more people that way because I am seeing them for who they are as
mm.
opposed to seeing them for who I want them to be.
When's the last time you have felt seen for who you are?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say a few days ago. I know it's so silly, and it's just a comment on a social media, okay? And I will say, I will preface this. I will preface this. My sister makes me feel
Mhm,
loved for who I am. Shout out to Madeline. I love you. My friends make me feel loved. You know, I feel love from a lot
mhm.
of different places. But most recently, a couple days ago, somebody commented on my TikTok saying that I am a true storyteller. I'm gonna cry. Don't cry. I have been working so hard to be a storyteller in all aspects, whether it's acting, singing, well, acting is storytelling, but you know, you get what I mean, dancing, and everything. I am a true storyteller, and nobody's really ever said that to me. And so that was kind of a moment where I felt like, wow, you really do see that. That's kind of cool. I am a storyteller. And I know it's so silly. It's just a comment, but like, it kind of made my day.
Kenzie, that isn't silly at all. What does
Very emotional.
emotions are beautiful, and I think they come through very strongly through the work that you do, and from doing that, it makes viewers emotional, Kenzie, you know? So I think it's a superpower. What does the true part of that comment mean to you? Because that's interesting, right?
I think the idea of like authenticity within work
Mm,
is the most truest part because I mean, authentic means real, it means true, it means, you know, like fully just open. But I would say that's like the most realist part of that comment is just, I mean, they basically called me authentic, which
mm.
is super, super cool, especially when I'm taking on a character that is
Yes.
completely
Oh,
fictional.
fascinating point.
Bringing authenticity into
Fascinating
a
point.
fictional character is kind of cool. Not kind of, it's very cool.
Has there been a time where you caught yourself not being an authentic storyteller, and not saying that it came from a place of intentionally trying to be, fake or mislead, but more so some
Hmm.
other, reason, as to how why that happened? Yeah.
American Idol. Just two words. American
Wait,
Idol.
so what's the story behind that?
Oh boy. Well, if you're listening to this, please do not go watch my American Idol episode. No, I was just joking. That whole experience, I think
Interesting.
American Idol, I think any reality TV show is kind of
Mm.
phony. I will say, because I don't want to bag on American Idol. It was a really, really cool opportunity, and I'm very, very appreciative. And if I were to get the opportunity to do it again, wink, wink, I, I would do it because I
Mhm.
kind of know what to expect now, and I know how to
Yeah.
be on the set. You know, I think I think that experience, it was great. It was awesome. But on the flip side, it was very, I mean, there's a lot of stage
Yes.
stuff going on. And you think I would thrive in that because it's theater, it's film, it's TV. No, it's different than that. I was so scared that I put up a
Mm.
front, and the front kind of made me look cuckoo bananas. And I know I've said that term twice now.
Cuckoo
Great.
bananas, that's my new favorite word.
Um, yeah, cuckoo nuts. Yeah, cuckoo bananas. I say that with the kids all the time. The kids that I nanny. God, cuckoo banana. You're cuckoo
Of
bananas in a,
course.
in a fun way. It's always a joke. It made me like I put on this like facade that it truly made me look like a different
Mm.
person. I went back to school the week after it aired, and people were like, "Uh, what happened to you?" And then people on my social media were like, "Oh, you're so different on your pages than you are." And
Oh.
I mean, it was also heightened because I did some like amateur ventriloquism, which, by the way, I have never taken ventriloquist. I mean, I've
Yeah.
taken like one lesson, but it was for a show that I did when I was 12. So that's why I always lead with like, I'm amateur. I don't know what I'm
Yeah.
doing. It's just for fun, right? But they had me do all these different things, and they had me braid my hair like 8 times before going in, and so my hair was all poofy, and there's just a lot of like things that went into it behind the scenes that a lot of people
Mhm.
don't know about when it aired. And I'm not saying it was good. I'm not saying it was bad. It's just
Yeah.
kind of neutral. It's just kind of how reality TV works. Because again, I don't want to bag on American Idol. It was a great opportunity. I'm so appreciative for it. So appreciative. But it came with some like
Yes.
phoniness from me because I was trying to be something that I
Mm.
was not. A great example is the song that I sung. I had sang it like 6 times before
Mhm.
that. Like, I auditioned with it and I got through, which is cool, but like I'd never had any vocal training on that particular song. Never worked with a vocal coach. I was like, I at the time, because it was filmed in 2021, October 2021, but it didn't air until March
Mhm.
of 2022. And so, there was a good chunk of time in there between when it was recorded. But at the time, in October 2021, I had just started to learn, the mixed belt. And I just started to, like, find different resonances and, like, how to not control it, but, like, within different songs, how to, like, I had just started to find the mixed belt. And so I'm going back to repeat so I can finish the thought. At the time, I wasn't super comfortable with the, in quotations, mixed belt quite yet because I had just learned it like a year prior, a year
Mm.
and a half prior. So I was still a work in progress. And so the song that I chose, I was so scared that I was going to bomb it that I was like, okay, I have to do something. And mind you, I hadn't worked vocally on it with a coach, and I hadn't worked it circumstance work wise. I hadn't worked anything. And so I was like, okay, if I just do something, then I will be fine because I'm not going to be focused on my voice. I'm going to be focused on like everything else that I'm doing. And so because I didn't put in circumstance work and because I wasn't trying to act it, but I went in there and I looked like I was mad the whole time because, and like the faces that I made, it was hard to watch. But it was fun. I blacked out. I don't remember anything except for like 2 words that one of the judges said. But it was a very interesting experience because I was not myself. I was trying to sing and trying to be what I thought
Mm.
everybody else wanted me to be. But since then, and it's been it'll in a few months it'll be 2
Mhm.
years since the filming of it. I have found out a lot about my voice
Mm.
in general, the genres that it fits, and also I have kind of taken a lot of the pressure off of trying to sound like certain people or certain things and just putting my own
Mm.
spin on things. And if people like it, great. If people don't like it, great. Like, I just, you know what I
Interesting.
mean? So I think that experience as a whole, American Idol, it was great. It was a great, but it also kind of didn't set me back or put me forward. It was just very neutral. I didn't lose opportunities. I didn't gain opportunities. It just was kind of there. But it allowed me to kind of see who I am
Mhm.
as a person and what I want to do, who I want to be as a person and a performer.